This is the only hand-operated kart commercially available in the UK. If you've been following me for a while, you might remember this Instagram reel that I made back in September. Now let me explain to you the behind the scenes. This is at Kart Track Cromer over in Norfolk in the east of England. As you can imagine, there are rental kart facilities all across the UK, but to my knowledge, no other track in the country have a kart specifically for disabled drivers. In fact, I've been to hundreds of tracks across Europe and North America, and it's the first time I've seen anything like it. The biggest thing that surprised me was actually the pace of the kart. My best time was only 3/10 off what I did in the normal kart, but for sure, that's because I was nowhere near maximising this style of driving yet. That being said, this thing was so much fun to drive. Just have a look at how blatant all the steering inputs are over this next lap using the bicycle handles. With all this being said, I'm not ashamed to admit that my forearms are absolutely killing after this one run. So driving with the handlebars would definitely take some getting used to. But I love how it's inclusive for everyone. Because I decided my forearms had enough, I got off the track and then Trit gave me a tour around the rest of the track facilities and even showed me his super kart. So stay tuned to the end to have a look at that. So here, inside the clubhouse, there's a picture of Trit, track owner. That's you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. What are these?
Some are from Super One trophies, some
Super
are from some
One.
club rounds.
Yeah. So
One's from the supercar.
yeah. So for those who don't know, Super One used to be the British National Championship, didn't it?
It did, yes. And then
There's another picture down there.
that's from former car stars.
Yeah.
The year you done it.
Yeah, I did that. Good stuff. I like it. Here's the super karts. So what's this one?
So that's a 125, but that's like one that we had built with some spares on it.
Yeah.
This is the one that we raced last time, which is sort of the one I've been racing all year.
Yeah. This is your main gig, isn't it?
It is, yes.
That's the kart track.
We have got a new one on the way.
They're just so rude,
But-
boy. Look at that. Brakes. Yeah, brilliant. Do you want to tell us a little bit about these karts, like what sort of power and weight,
So
stats, stuff like
they
that?
sort of should be around like 50 brake for the engines, give or take.
Yeah, which doesn't sound a lot, does it? If you think.
It doesn't sound much,
Yeah.
but when you sort of got your gearbox in it, you know, the acceleration wise, I don't know what it is from like 0 to 60, but it feels faster.
Yeah. Here, I suddenly thought that the camera had stopped working, but luckily it was still going. Oh, it's still going. Okay, carry on.
You know, you can get to like 100 mile an hour quick enough in it, and then you can just get to the same corner
Yeah.
and just carry that speed through. Like anyone like local to here, where we are, Snetterton, you can go up the start straight into the first corner and flat. You just don't lift.
That's crazy.
I know a lot of the things you go in, you will have a bit of a brake or a lift.
Yeah.
These just carry it. Obviously, as you go up the classes to like sort of the division ones and that, you start getting a proper wing on the back, so
Yeah,
more
downforce.
So although they're like, a little bit heavier and sometimes take corner as well, with the downforce through the fast corners, it just applies
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, because even with the Formula 3, we don't really brake for turn. We don't brake for turn 1, sorry, but we're not flat. So it's like a little lift. If you got headwind, you can take it flat, but like you're not taking it flat. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so 50 horsepower. Obviously, saying doesn't sound like a lot, but the rental karts that most people watching will have driven, probably talking 7 horsepower, 6 horsepower. Yeah. So if you're talking almost 10 times for the same weight.
Yeah,
If not, it's probably it's probably the same weight, isn't it, as a rental kart?
These are a little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the weight limit with driver for this?
So for driver and the cart, it's 195.
Okay. So we're probably talking like £500 for American viewers, something like that. Yeah. Oh mate, I would translate. I put it on the screen, but Yeah, I put it on the screen, but I think that's about £500 to put that into perspective. So 50 horsepower, £500, or just under 200 kilo, 50 horsepower. That's some serious power to weight, isn't it?
It does shift a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've ever driven like a short circuit KZ, which you have,
Yeah.
they feel really fast, like, and faster than one of these because of the gearbox is shorter gears, so it accelerates faster. But when you're then getting to the corners, because they're wider in one of these, you are going a lot faster.
Yeah, of course.
So that's when you really notice the speed. And actually, when you look at how many corners out there, you're doing at over 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, then that's why the lap times are so fast. What about the seat then? Is this just you just bought this from Vengio?
So the seat come with the cart.
Okay.
When we bought it, luckily I just about managed to fit into it. It's a bit of a squeeze to get in. Sort of have to get in a little bit sideways where the seat dips in.
Okay.
But once you're in, you're not coming out.
You're nice and
But
secure. Okay.
It's sort of laid down a lot further than what I'm normally used to.
Yeah.
And in a rental car, you sit up.
Yeah,
you're
you're
short circuit.
You're over the wheel, aren't
leaning
you?
back
Yeah.
a bit. In this, I can't actually see over the steering wheel.
Okay, so that's a bit more like a Formula car then,
Yeah.
isn't it? So, awesome. Yeah, serious pieces of kit these are. So that's what he does.